I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Hey everybody, how are you? My name is Connor and you're watching ThrivingMinimalist.com, and today we're going to walk you through my morning routine. So this is something that I've been doing for the last week and I'm going to continue to do for the next couple of months while I'm here in Austin. Just got back from some international travel and travel throughout the United States, and so it's really nice to have these routines that we can kind of come back to, or if we're in a new spot in our life or want to make some changes, to develop new routines. So this is a video to encourage and inspire you to create some routines of your own that are going to work and be healthy for you. So the very first thing that I like to do in the morning is to cuddle. And that's something that we skipped in the video, but I wake up next to Brittany and we just kind of cuddle each other for a little while, and that feels really, really good. And when one of us is ready to move, we just kind of do that naturally. The very, very first thing I do after that is I get some coconut oil and take about a tablespoon, I'll show you that when we get to it, and put it in my mouth and start to oil pull. So oil pulling comes from Ayurvedic medicine. Traditionally it's used with sesame oil, but I think coconut oil is probably the best thing to use. And in Ayurvedic medicine it's believed that it pulls toxins from your mouth. So when you sleep, you're kind of in this fasting, restive state for 8 to 12 hours, maybe longer. And during that time, any resting, fasting type state, our bodies start to repair and to heal. And one way it does that is by pushing toxins out from these different areas wherever it can. One of those is the mouth. So when you wake up in the morning, you often kind of have this like skanky thing going on in your mouth. It's possible that that is some residual of your body pushing stuff out. So rather than just swallowing that or taking a big glass of water and swallowing all that, it's a good idea to try oil pulling, which allows this kind of natural pull to happen, so it pulls toxins from your mouth. So that's the kind of Ayurvedic belief. What I've noticed in oil pulling consistently is whiter teeth, healthier gum line. The gums on my teeth have actually been brought back, so rather than receding, they've actually lifted up around the tooth line a bit more. Cavities that maybe have started to feel like sensitive have totally gone away. My mouth feels fresh, it just feels healthy overall. So it may just be that spending 20 minutes on focusing on your mouth brings more health to your oral hygiene. And so that's how long we're going to spend oil pulling this morning, is 20 minutes. And whether it's pulling toxicity or it's just focusing on your health, doesn't really matter. The point is that this is something that has really aided my life, and if you want to try it out, I totally recommend it. So during the time of 20 minutes that I oil pull, sometimes I do like some gentle stretching, or sometimes I'm preparing my tea. I'll show you the preparation of the tea on its own today. Sometimes I do some drawing, sometimes I just continue to rest. So I'm going to oil pull for 20 minutes and get back with you, and we'll show you the next step of my morning. So it's been 20 minutes. I spit out the coconut oil into the trash. You can spit it into the toilet too, but you don't want to spit it into a drain that's small, because it'll clog the drain pretty easily. So trash is really the best bet. So after I oil pull, I take a little bit of saline solution. So this is just salt and water in a repurposed bottle. Swish it around my mouth and gargle my throat. This is also just to help with oral health and also kind of like bacterial wash. And right at the end, when I gargle, I just kind of tip my head forward so I can get a little bit into my nasal cavity. It kind of acts as like a neti pot. Every once in a while, maybe a couple of times a month. Right now I'm doing it a little more frequently because I've been away from it for a while, but maybe once, twice a month, I do a very small rinse with this food grade hydrogen peroxide. So that's what I'm going to do with this. You can pour, a little bit, maybe half a cap or something like that. I know how much I'm going to take, so I'm just going to take from the bottle. Just a couple of seconds there. Light rinse with water, and then I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm using a little kid's toothbrush because it's really soft and I like it, and it's sparkly. I got these on Amazon for, I don't know, a couple bucks a piece or something. I really like these. This is something you maybe have seen me or Brittany use. This is a tooth powder. It's baking soda based, but it's a little bit less harsh than straight up baking soda. It's great. It lasts a very long time. You can bring it on planes. And then I'm going to brush my teeth. At the end of brushing my teeth, since I'll do that on my own and jump out of the bathroom, I have been using this rose water on my face, and I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I guess it helps with like wrinkles and that kind of thing, but I just really like the smell and the way it feels on my face. It feels amazing. Okay, here we go. Next, I'm going to drink 2 cups of water. This is 4 cups. I'm going to drink 2 cups of this. This water is unfiltered spring water right here in Austin, along the Greenbelt, where Brittany and I walked down to this spot where we know this spring water comes up out of the ground, and stuck a transfer pump in there. It's just a liquid pump. Pushed it like 2 feet into the ground and then pumped it into this 5-gallon vessel. And so this mason jar is just a big mason jar. It has these different cup measurements here. I'm going to drink down to 2 and then throw the other 2 into the pot and make my tea. So for my tea, I've just been doing lemon and ginger. I'll show you the ratios I've been doing. Something like that for the amount of lemon. It's probably 2 lemon wedges or maybe 1.5. Just gonna squeeze it in. And I'm taking about this much ginger. Quite a bit of ginger. And when you make a ginger tea, or even if you're cooking with ginger, you want to really masticate it as much as possible to get the flavors out. So you can actually take your water and throw it into a Vitamix or something like that and blend it, or you can just cut it super thin, just like you would maybe a garlic or something like that. Pretty strong this way. You can add like 1/10 of the ginger that I added, and I think you'd probably be happy with that. But I like it really strong. I like it really potent. I think it's a good way to hydrate, good way to wake up my digestion, and I really like the flavor. It kind of gives me like a, yeah, I'm ready to go kind of feel. You can let that tea go for as long as you want. I just had it on there for maybe 5 minutes. Sometimes I make the tea while I'm oil pulling and have it on there for a bit longer. You can also reuse this if you wanted to and make more tea out of it later. It's still going to be pretty potent. So this takes me about 20 minutes to drink, and that is the intention that I set, is to have 20 minutes. During that time, also, like with the oil pulling, sometimes I stretch, sometimes I draw, sometimes I write, sometimes I just lay down and think about stuff. And I also prepare for my next step. And the next step is going to be juicing. So I'm going to sip this while I pull out some ingredients to get the juice going, and I'll talk to you about that. After my tea, or maybe during, I prepare this beautiful bouquet of to be juiced ingredients. So what I have going on here is half a bunch of spinach, half a bunch of parsley, 2 small apples, very small nib of turmeric, a little bit of lemon, and a fair amount of ginger. So I'm using the Omega juicer. This is an auger juicer, so none of the ingredients heat up and you get a lot of juice out of the ingredients you use. So we'll turn this on and we'll just go to town and I'll show you how much it makes. Alright, this is how much juice that makes. It's like a little over 2 cups. Pretty potent stuff. Oh, it's so good. Amazing. Wow. So that's my morning routines. That all lasts about an hour. I've really been enjoying setting the intention to have an hour just to wake up in the morning and to do all these self-care practices. After this, I'll move into the work period of my day, which is lasting about 4 hours right now. And I think this is just a lovely way to get started, to have a lot of time for myself, to take care of myself in a lot of different ways. And I'm excited to continue these practices. I'm really excited to share them with you. I'm really interested to hear about your morning practices. If any of these are new to you, if you want to try any of these out, comment down below and let me know what interests you. So much love to you. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope you're happy. I hope you're feeling healthy. Take good and great care of yourself, and I will check in next time. Mwah.